The mob vote is upon us. I won't go into details on what the mobs do. You are probably here for an elaborated opinion. An opinion that applies strictly to survival. Let's start with the Glare, a mob that shows you where hostile mobs can spawn. This is the underdog of this year's vote, and it's heavily underrated. See, no matter if you're a casual player or a seasoned one, you have to light things up to make your buildings safe. So, instead of manually looking for dark spots, the Glare will guide you directly to spots the mobs can spawn, and then give you a confirmation that your building is safe. It's always relevant, because if you play Minecraft, you always build something new, which means the lighting routine follows you every step of the way. Ultimately, the Glare will give you ever-present convenience relevant for every player. Also, performance. Entities are very expensive, but just one or several Glares will do the job, while you would probably need dozens or even hundreds of alloys to create a sorting system. However, the Glare has a big downside. While it adds convenience, it doesn't make any previously impossible things possible, and this is where the next option comes in. The Allay, a mob that gathers items from the ground and gives them to you or drops them next to a node block. This one has the most potential by far. It will allow both unstackable item sorting and wireless item transportation. However, it has several technical difficulties: expensive pathfinding, getting lost upon chunk unloading, terrible performance when used in hundreds, and a sorting system will use hundreds, and entities being expensive in general. I had a very similar concept, more oriented on how they would restock your inventory, and in that video I've explored potential difficulties and potential solutions to create a working mob of this type. Another issue is the advanced knowledge required to use allays in a contraption. You, yes, you, will probably never build an allay-based contraption. I will not, I simply don't have time. However, Minecraft is more than just playing by yourself. Watching someone else come up with various allay-based contraptions would be fun. Ultimately, the allay opens new and important possibilities and pushes the advanced play even further. But there is actually a use for normal players. When you collect resources en masse, like stone, sand or dirt, you usually leave a lot of resources laying on the ground, and a lot of the time gets spent on picking them up and dropping them in the chests. Just a few allays could eliminate this task and automatically gather the blocks you mine. Now let's talk about the third mob, the Copper Golem. It randomly pushes copper buttons. That's it. Or is it? First, all three mobs to vote for currently exist as concepts rather than strict specifications. If the Copper Golem is to win, I'm sure Mojang will add something else to make it useful for the technical-minded players. Second, even as is, the Copper Golem will be a fantastic ambient mob. Having a creature that wanders around and interacts with the environment will make your buildings more alive. Sure, technically Copper Golems push buttons at random, but just think of the opportunities to build the story of your world. And third, this is a very accessible randomizer and an entry point into Redstone. Yes, it's not hard to put a chicken next to a pressure plate or use a hopper dropper setup, but how many people will invent that on their own? A person who casually plays Minecraft from time to time without community interaction simply doesn't know how to redstone. He will probably discover a door and a button, but it's very unlikely that he will invent a randomizer by himself. The Copper Golem can become the casual's first glance into making things happen by themselves. So, which one to choose? That's a tough question. The Glare would be by far the most used mob and by the widest audience, but it's strictly convenience without new possibilities. The Allay would push the boundaries of the game the furthest, but has the biggest chance to be compromised due to performance difficulties. and the copper golem may or may not be as innovative as the allay? Probably not, but they would make your world more alive. The allay would make the world more alive also. Here's my perspective. I experience Minecraft mostly through videos. I don't have time to play it myself anymore, and lighting things up is something usually done off camera. So, I will vote for the allay because I want to see people invent cool stuff I could theoretically build myself, but never actually will.